This is by far probably the most interesting rumor I've heard in a really long time. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm really excited about this rumor. Hopefully it's real. But let's get into it. So this is coming from a supposed dev. They're confirming to us that basically Nintendo has indeed released the Nintendo NX software development kits. Basically, these are kits used to make games with the with the console. It makes it much easier to make games for the console when you have a development kit. It's almost impossible to make the game without a development kit for that particular console. So yeah, this is just a guy saying he somehow got it. I don't exactly know. I mean, I'm assuming he's a developer. He's probably not a big developer. It's probably more of an indie, because obviously if this was a big developer, then they could risk losing access to this development kit. So it's probably some small indie company that doesn't have much to lose, or maybe this is just fake. So basically, let me read you the quote. One software demo included with the kit crunches so many polygons that it's currently impossible to run at 60 FPS using a current generation Intel. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Some people are saying that means Skylike, which has just been released recently, or maybe it's the i49K ones, the ones that have been out for about a year now. So yeah, that's a top of the line CPU here. You know what I'm saying? And also saying the GPU was also of comparable strength. So the fact that this development kit cannot run 60 FPS on their, pretty powerful rigs is big. I mean, that's really big. So yeah, what other information do we have here? Basically, they're saying that 2016 holiday release is when they're expecting this to come out. That's pretty reasonable. That wasn't coming from the developer directly, but it was coming from more of the article's opinion. I do agree with that opinion. Holiday 2016 does look pretty reasonable. What that means is that the Wii U is indeed a failure, kind of like the Virtual Boy. I wouldn't put the GameCube in the same category, because the GameCube sold maybe like 30, 40 million, if I remember, and the Wii U is only like 11 to 14 million around there, so there's differences, you know what I'm saying? GameCube, I don't consider that to be a failure, although Nintendo does. Just a little tidbit there. I remember Reggie Fils-Aimé saying that the GameCube was a failure, and he considered it a failure, so yeah, just wanted you to be aware of that. Overall, they're saying this is much powerful than the PS4 and Xbox One. And oh my god, when I hear that, I fucking go crazy. I honestly, I had like a fucking orgasm here or something. I'm sorry, I really do. Like, that's the best news they could have heard in a really long time. I think Nintendo is finally realizing the casual market. I've made this point. I can't even count the number of times I made the point. But I make this point to you. The casual market that Nintendo's been going for the Wii U, and maybe, I wouldn't say GameCube. GameCube, it was a pretty powerful console. For really the Wii and the Wii U, past two consoles, it's no longer there. Those casual fans have moved on to mobile platforms. And Nintendo needs to realize you need to go back to the time of the SNES, NES, and even GameCube, when you had a really powerful console. That's how you get the hardcore fans. I'm sorry to say, people, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which is my favorite Zelda, but for many people, they didn't like the game as much. That game has sold more than Skyward Sword. That game has sold more than Wind Waker. What does that mean? It means the hardcore gamer likes, more realistic styles. We like higher fidelity graphics. It's just the facts, people. It sells better. I'm just telling you the facts. Twilight Princess, although many people consider it to be a worse game than, I guess, Wind Waker and Skyward Sword, it sold better. So people, stop. You can't continue to live in your little la-la land. The point is, people like this stuff. Although maybe not the people on YouTube, the mass majority of people who don't give a shit, who don't even know this even exists, they see the pretty graphics and they buy. Alright? So please, I'm sorry if you don't like to hear that information, but it's true. So that's why I want a powerful Nintendo console. That's why. That's why I believe the Wii U is a failure. So overall, I really hope you enjoyed that video, so thank you, and bye. I want to hear your opinions down below as well.